Welcome to this week's edition of WTHS. I'm Lauren Lasorda.
And I'm Carson Roberts. Today is Friday, January 30th, and here are this week's top stories. Our Media Center is a 21st century library on our campus. Students use it for checking out books, as well as studying or reading during lunch. We took some time to talk to Media Center Specialist Ms. Gray and Assistant Media Center Specialist Ms. Johnson about their jobs day in and day out.
Carson has more.
Carson Roberts here, WTHS field reporter, live in the THS library. Let's get a closer look to see what really goes on behind the scenes in the library.
The media specialist is a fancy word for the librarian because we've actually evolved in the library to incorporate technology. So the library is no longer about books. It's about technology, books, obviously. We do a lot of printing. We make your IDs. So we kind of incorporate a lot of jobs here in the media center. Well, they were actually open before school. We're open during tea period, during your lunch. We're open after school, and we don't require IDs. All you have to do is have your MSIS number, and you'll just simply come either during an off period that you might have, such as lunch or your tea period, or a teacher would write you a pass, and you would come in the media center, and you could browse our book selection and check out a book. Well, we have physical books, obviously. We have magazines. We carry the newspaper. So if you would like to come and check out our newspaper. We have electronic books that are online or on our Haku page. We have databases. We have computers, obviously, that you can use. We offer printing services. We have cameras, video cameras. We have DVDs. So we have a large selection of materials for students and teachers here at Tupelo High School.
We come in here and get on our math books every once in a while, and we do our study guides for our test tomorrow.
I alternate between here and the art room to eat lunch because I like to read, and I feel like the cafeteria is too noisy to read. So I'm normally just sitting here kind of reading after I eat my lunch, and I have taken to getting most of my required reading stuff from here because I don't feel like buying books I'm only going to read once.
The library is fun, and Miss Johnson is nice, and her nice too, and I like it.
I love my media center teachers. They got a lot of books.
My duties during a normal day are in the morning I bring the newspapers in and I rearrange the newspapers over there, so we always have a current copy, 2 current copies of the newspaper. I check in and out books, help kids on the computer. I cover books. When we get in new books, we have to barcode books and cover books so that they're protected. This is actually my second year at the high school. I did not major in education, I majored in business, so I'm not a librarian per se, but I love my job here and I've learned a lot. I love when kids come in and check out books, and I get to teach them how to work the computers and things like that. We are trying to promote students to come into the library and check out a book this month. So what we have done is we are having, if you check out a book, not a textbook, but just any book that we have in here other than a textbook, we are giving away a basket of goodies. So if you check out a book between January 9th and February 11th, you get to put your name in our box over here, and we're going to give away books, iTunes cards, all kinds of things.
Everybody come to the library, please come, it's fun.
It's still a bit chilly around the high school. Jacob and Maggie are here to give us our 7-day forecast.
Thanks, Lauren. I'm Jacob.
And I'm Maggie.
And this is this week's weather report. Today we have a high of 51, a low of 31. It's supposed to be sunny, no chance of rain. We have basketball tonight. We really hope they can rebound, get it, from earlier this week's tough loss. Tomorrow we have a high of 50, a low of 43. Just be kind of cloudy, wouldn't worry about rain, because we have soccer in Clinton.
That's right.
Let's take a road trip, people. Sunday we have a high of 54, a low of 36. It's supposed to rain all day, so I hope we can all swim. Monday we have a high of 42, low of 27, and the skies are supposed to clear up.
And on Tuesday and for the rest of the week, it'll be all sunshine, so you can go ahead and put up your rain jackets. On Tuesday, we have a high of 48 and low of 31. And on Wednesday, we have a high of 51 and low of 35. And on Thursday, we'll have a high of 45 and low of 29. And it doesn't look like it's going to rain either day, so you don't have to worry about that. And back to you guys in the studio.
Ever wonder who's behind the yearbook? Ms. Chumley's staff interviews students, takes a ton of amazing pictures, learns to use Photoshop, and much, much more.
We spoke to Ms. Chumley and some of the staff to find out what it takes to make a memorable yearbook.
Before I worked here, I worked in Houston, Mississippi, and I was the advisor for their yearbook for 4 years there also. I would say, come on, it's very fun. We work very hard. There's a lot to do, but if you're interested in any aspect of design or photography or just preserving memories, then we would love to have any staff members like that. This year's yearbook is actually going to be quite different from previous years. We are stepping out of a mold, and we're going very creative, very colorful, and so you can expect to see a lot more pictures, a lot more illustrations, and a lot more color.
This year it is completely different. For the past few years we've had a blue and gold book, and this year it includes every color in the rainbow pretty much. And it's very non-traditional, but it brings in, we're trying to incorporate the arts a lot more into it because that's such a big part of Tupelo. A lot of people come to us with like no prior experience, but we mainly use Photoshop, and then we have a program called Studio Works, which is what we build the book on, and you have to know a lot of photography skills. But the people that don't know anything, we always go through a training process at the beginning of each semester to train the new ones so they can carry it on to next year.
So far I've learned how to make a cutout, and that's where you have a person and you have the picture, and you like cut out the background so it's just the person that you see. And I've learned how to make, we might have splotches in the yearbook, and you have to learn how to make those and make them not look unreal. Like, you want to make them look like they're natural and like that you painted them.
I like your book because I get to interview people, and I like meeting new people and just figuring out like things from their different point of view and everything. It's really fun, and you should be in it.
I like mostly taking pictures and putting them on a page, and like when you finish a page and knowing that it looks good and that you've accomplished something. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us for this week's edition of WTHS. Again, I'm Carson.
And I'm Lauren, the assassin.
Gosh dang it.
Got ya.